All right, so I wanted to talk about James Damore. Damore. Anyway, it's been a while since I don't know how they said it, and I wanted to comment it way back. But I have an interesting point that I don't think anyone else has really made. And okay, something I don't think people really thought about with this, as far as the legality goes, and and the perspective of the owners of Google. Okay, so let's just think of two things. Let's put yourself in the position of a high-ranking Google CEO or an owner of Google. Okay, and this James guy makes this memo. All right, what should you do? What should you do? I was thinking this. They probably did the right thing, and I'm just either legally or fiduciary wise, or certainly there could be an argument that they did the right thing. It has nothing to do with I think that James Damore, he's a great hero for what he did and everything, but from the position of the owners, I can see why they did what they did, but I'll tell you why. Okay? And the reason is because we live under certain laws. The Justice Department. And Google could be held legally responsible for what James said if they were perceived to be friendly to what he said. In other words, and of course, they have to defend their company from the Justice Department. And, they have fiduciary responsibilities to make profits. And, of course, they don't want legal problems. So, yeah, it makes perfect sense they did what they did because of what the Justice Department could do to them. But here's the other point that's really interesting, okay? James, who does he have a case against? Does he have a case against Google? I don't think so. I think he has a case against the Justice Department. Yeah, because the Justice Department is interfering with James's free speech and just using Google or the corporations as the proxy. Okay? Because, yeah, I don't think anyone else has brought this up, this point. I think he actually has a freedom of speech, a constitutional case against the Justice Department. Everyone does, where to have standing, you'd have to have some kind of provable, actual harm, even though the harm is there, just knowing the harm could come to you. But anyway, an action has to be taken, like happened to James, to have standing. But if the Justice Department, look, as I just explained, the company has to take certain actions. Or, I mean, there might be, not every company might not. Some companies might have more guts. But the point is, they're being threatened. It's not voluntary. It's legal. It's violence, okay? If you don't do what they say, there's going to be physical pain coming down. You can't just ignore them forever, okay? You have to comply. So, yeah, it's a violation of the freedom of speech, and they're violating everyone's rights who are employed by some kind of corporation, and those who have actually had repercussions like James should have standing to actually take action. I think this is very bad, and this is a point that other people should think about, and that I haven't heard other people talk about, and that I don't, because strictly speaking, a corporation has the right to do whatever it wants. If it wants to get rid of him because, well, what the law is and what they have rights to do is slightly different, but what they have rights to do to get rid of him for whatever reason they want. Maybe you could say it's a violation of current laws, and then you would use that to. I'm not saying I wouldn't take advantage of current laws if it was me, but anyway, The, it's the government. It's the Justice Department. They're just using the corporations as a middleman to enforce a particular political ideology and violate your freedom of speech. Think about that, okay? That's what's really going on. Yeah.